something a little different from Mr. Tack Pans before these cats pull everything on the floor. I'm going to have to nail things down. Guys, you want to leave me alone? This is what I want to show you. The only thing that this is about my license plate that I have to put on my car. The notice that they're giving me for the vehicle registration. Okay? I want to show you something about the notification. And the notification is right here. It says, notice date, 2013, April 5th. Due date, the 31st of May. Okay, so I must re-register my car. Now what does my car have to do with Mr. Tack Pans? Well, before we begin that, remember, 4 and 5. Okay, remember, why are we remembering this 4 and 5? It's because today is the 30th. 25 days, so they didn't notify me before. Unless they sent me a notification paper, which they didn't. Then I'm going to tell you what they're asking me for. Now, if you want to know people who lie, if you want to know somebody, why in the world is the government telling me what they're doing with the money? Why are they telling me? Registration fee, $111. Plus the add-on for the registration fee, there is none. $10 for the tax on the contribution, and $30 for public transport. Where I live, there's 80,000 cars. There's 80,000 people where I live, 80,000 vehicles. 80,000 times $30 for bus tax. That's 2.4 million. Okay, how much is it actually taking the people in St. Jerome part of the bus tax? Okay, they're charging me $273. I no longer make any payments on this car. It's a 2004. It's 9 years old. I'm paying $300 to register a car on the highway. Why don't they contribute to me so I can keep it in good condition so I don't have to go and buy a new car and have to rush to work and not sleep? Wow. What are we next? What am I going to go on to next? You know what? Let's take this a little bit further. My ex-wife, her birthday today. 30th day of the 4th month of 1958. Do you know how she is trapped on to every single element? 5 and 8 create the 1, 3, and 4, 0. 1, 3, 4, 0 is AC/DC. That is full connection to a mixed up world, more or less you can say, because you want to play all the games. You never want to cheat, but you cheat anyways because you have no choice. But it doesn't mean cheating is in stealing. It just means taking away from what your own self is. This is the way I take number 13. Do you want to see what number 13 does? This is what number 13 does. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 plus 3 is 4. Now you have 3 and 4. The only 2 planets that don't have the letter U in it. 3 times 4, or 3 plus 4 is 7. And one of the sides of the dice that they represent within each other, they create their own 7. 4 by 3 is 12. Now from 1 and 3, you now created 1 and 2. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. Number 23, number 32, that's the highest number. What's the highest number? 32. You can't get any 2 numbers together that will complete your numbers other than 23, 32. Gematria in letters to numbers in basics. Okay, I'm just talking North American for myself. I only look at this in basics. And it ends at 36. Oh, there are add-ons to the Gematria tree. Of course. 2 times 3 and 2 plus 3 end up creating 11, which is the reverse of 99. So you see 99 doesn't look like it came first, did it? So now what we have is 1 and 2 makes 23 or 32, which equals 55. And that was the speed limit for the longest time. When 1 and 3 creates 1 and 2. Who is 1 and 3? Well, number 13. 13, 31, 13, 57. 31, 13, 31, 75. Go to the roulette table and look at some of my past cassettes. Same numbers. It's next year. 5 and 7 equals 35. 3 by 5 and 3 plus 5 is number 23. Number 23 will create 11 again. Do you want me to repeat that? I forgot. Let me think about it. Oh, number 13. Oh, and not only that, but number 13. Oh, number 13. Number 31. Number 13 is 44. And do it again. Is 88, 2 terms, Barack Obama. 88, Herbert Hoover. And number 17. 1 and 7 is 8. 1 and 7 is 8. You know what 17 times 17 is? 289. And that date is 12 days after my birthday, or the 16th of October, which brings on 10th month. 16th day, 26. Now, instead of being on number 13, now we're on number 26. Twice as much. Since I'm not sure where I was going with this, I'm going to stop right there. So remember, 1 and 3, where everybody says, gets to 88. Now you add on 31 again. 119, 911. You added on 31. Now you add on 13. 119 and 13, 132. The reverse of 123. And also 132, I think, is 40, 40, 40. Is that what it is? 40, 40, 40? 44, 44, 44 is 132. 4 by 4 is 16. 4 plus 4 is 8 is 24. Now 24 into the 10-10 world is a reflection of 86. And simple enough, it's so perfect that 2 times 4 and 2 plus 4 are 6 and 8, which equal number 14. And that's where you get the 1 and the 4. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4. See, 1 and 4 is 5. 2 and 3 is 5. 1 plus 4, 1 times 4 equals 9. Now the same 5, but in between 1 and 4 is 2 and 3. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 is number 11. You now have 911 from 1331. 13, repeated. And anyways, 1331 is also an equation. 11 times 11 times 11 is 1331. I hope I'm not wrong. Another way we want to go is that, where do we get the first 3 that becomes the first 7? Why does 1 and 3, 1 times 3, and 1 plus 3 equals 3 and 4? Also, these letters are AC/DC, okay? At the same time, 3 times 4 is 12, which brings you back. So you're growing this equation, okay? But forget about 1, because 1, no matter what you do, the ace card or the ace dice, it's always in the center of number 3 in both of them. The ace is always in the ace card, in the 3 card, in the 5 card, and in the 9 card. 9 and 5, 5 and 9. Nibiru, the N is the 14th letter, 1 and 4 equals 5. The I is a 9, 5 and 9. So you're starting to feel where the picture's coming from now? How Nibiru is close to 1 and 3, and is it lucky 1 and 3? Is it not lucky 1 and 3? If you don't understand what 1 and 3 is all about and see where it comes from, well, then you won't know anything. First of all, 1 and 3 is A and C, Canada, and at the same time, it's a hidden trickle in the bottom of the river for Los Angeles, because L is also one of the 3 letters. L is the 12th letter, 1 plus 2 is 3, and L is the part of the creation of 2 and 3. The lady, the queen. How? The L is the 12th letter. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 and 3, 3 and 2. 1 and 2 creates 2 and 3. So 1 and 2 equals 3. 2 and 3 equals 5. 3 and 5. 3 by 5 is 15. 1 and 5, or 15, is the letter O. And 3 plus 5 is 8. It's like, ho, ho, ho. Hey, Santa Claus, what's happening? Number 23 again. Is that what it is? 3 by 5 and 3 plus 5? Number 23 again. Now we can go ahead and look at the 8 ball in pool and start connecting that too with the colors and the racetrack and those colors. Did you know at the racetrack, in harness, in both harness and thoroughbreds, the 1 horse is red? I've never seen it any other color yet. And the 2 horse is either blue or it's white. So if it's either blue or white, it's usually a darker blue, like a navy blue, and a little white. You got the color of the Israeli flag, or you got the color of that Quebec flag, because that's the color. It's white and blue. It's the electronic ghost. I'm looking for all these words and information somewhere. I'm a ghost traveling the lines of an industry I do not know. Where have I gone? I haven't left my seat. We travel through a computer, and it brings back the information. We're actually a lost soul without this. It's like, huh? We're lost souls. The information comes in fast enough that I'm able to talk to you. I'm able to communicate and think at the same time and not have to search out my words as often as I need to. April 30th. 14 days from today is almost like Valentine's Day for me. First of all, in 5 days from today, it will be 8 years since I've beginning to learn the other kind of world that people have talked to me about for years. But I was too busy in my own world, and it was too scary, and death was a nuisance. It bothered me. I couldn't sleep. Now I tell death, come to me into my eyes, but do not drain of me my energy, because I will not give you my life-living energy, my mind of thought, the goodness that is within. We have to release the worry of it. It happens, it happens. We live life to make things the best we can, but there are obstacles in our way that block us from our destiny. To help to have goodness for the others. This is a perfect world, my friends. If you didn't have any sick, then I wouldn't have any sick to go visit. But you would say I'm a bad person for thinking about that. Well, then how would I ever know about what sick is? How would I ever know to have feelings for other people? I have a nephew that's sick, and you know what? I see him smiling all the time, and well, he's not really sick. You know, he's got cancer, and it's not, you know, I mean, we're all sick. We're all sort of sick, but because his is modified in advance, then it looks even sicker. You know what I'm saying? It's just a weird way of looking at things. Anyways, another thing I want to talk about, okay, is number 85. And number 85 is a big, big, big thing in this world. The Pope, he, congratulations, he retired to Pope, what's his name, Benoit, and he retired at 85. 8 by 5 is 40. 8 plus 5 is 13. That's how it all began. I was just telling you, April 30th is this number, my ex-wife, 1958, which is 434. What a crazy number. This is like one of the hugest numbers in the world, because 4 by 4 makes your 16 by 3 is 48. Now you're back into the space of Barack Obama. But I'm not going to get into that, because the space is 4, it's 4, it's 40, it's 400, and it's 4,000. When you reduce the 4,000 to 3,000, then you go in the area of the hundreds, or in the tens, or in the ones. Where do you want to go? Why do you want to go there? What is the question you are asking? I don't know. 85 speed limit in Montana. Somewhere down in Texas. 85 speed limit. MT, 2 letters, empty. Mars, both representing Mars. 85 hydroelectric. That's 85. Water and electric on monopoly. And you know where they are. Check, they're next to Marvin Gardens. That's all the way near California. Marvin's Gardens is for sure in California. The other thing I was going to say is 0, 26, 31, 41, 49, 59, 64. Zion, 26, 35, 45, 50, 64. Ronald, 18, 15, 13, 33, 14, 47, 48, 58, 64. Israel, 9, 28, 38, 46, 47, 52, 62, 64. Israel. How many more do you want? 6 times 4, 6 plus 4, 6 plus 4 equals 10, 3 plus 7 equals 10. Do you understand? I was back before with 1, 3, and 4. I threw out the 4 because I just said in 3 and 4 is 7. That means Mercury. That means in our hearts is the life of God, is that blood. Something is in the mercury. I don't know what it is. I don't know how the body works. If I'd have more information on how things work. So now you'd have 3 and 4. 3 times 4 is 12. That's how you get A and B. Okay? 3 plus 4 is the 7. You get a total of 19. Man on the moon. How do you get 19? Well, the other way to get 19 is 1 times 9 and 1 plus 9. You got 19. That's who we are. We're 5 nines. We're 5, 9, 19, 16. We are 5'9" because E-I-E-I-O, 59 seconds on the clock. That's one of the reasons. We are the one Spirit of God. We are the 9 months of birth. We are the 7th gate of the passage of the planet Earth, of the empty mind. What do you think Mars is? For me, what do I think Mars is? I think Mars is some sort of a transmitter that helps us think, and it helps us connect to ourselves or bypass ourselves to our electronic star somewhere up there. And all it is like some kind of board that just sends information this way and this way that keeps us connected with the other world thinking. Because everything you do goes up into your star. Oh, there goes another star. Oh boy, what a good life he had, eh? Look at the size of that star. Boy, was she bright. He needed a little extra comfort in his world. The other thing we're going to talk about, okay, is because number 73 comes from 13, so does Nibiru. And the first letter of Nibiru is the letter N, just like New York, just like number 5. The rest of Nibiru in the totality is number 73. Well, New York is 573. 3 different levels. 5 means the center between 2. Between 2 this way or between 2 that way, whatever the combination is. The other thing I wanted to mention is, I didn't do this yet, but the question is, how do we come to number 18? Okay, anyways, 18 plus 13 is 31, RM. S is 50. T is 70. 39, S and T. 49, 57, 67, 70. RMST Titanic was the total of Raish. Now, is Raish good luck or bad luck? Okay, don't forget MST, MSG. Again, MSG, MSG, you know, MS, you know, I'm just thinking of like, where does all this come from? And back in my head, where's MSN out of? I want to know where MSN is out of. And the other thing I want to know is it's somewhere in New York. I know, because it's the Big Apple, man. It's the Big Apple. And they just built something in New York even higher than before. You know why? Because the higher, the better. You go up into the sky and you get into the communication center. We're not alone. In the sky, some sort of communication center between the moons. Would you think they have moons? And oh, look how nice the beautiful space looks out there for our astronomers. Oh my God, it's got moons out there. Oh, but we really don't see anything unless we look through this big, 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 giant telescope. And there's only like 2 in the world. So who knows what they choose to show us? April 30th. If I revert back to the beginning of this month, it began on the 1st. Today's the 3rd. 29 days lay between her. Last year, April 1st, was the 92nd day. 9229 is 11/11/121. So, that really didn't matter, did it? Where can we go? 74, I mean, there's so many places to go. If I go 37 and then double it, okay, I got 74. And in Gematria, the letters W, E, N, E equal to that in exact order. Those numbers, I can show you. It's right on the roulette board. When you look at the roulette board, you guys all see numbers and what are we going to bet? And oh, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for my options. Isn't it all about the options? And if you can read the options, always more payable to read the options, right? RMS Titanic. Don't know why that's in my head. It goes along with something else. R and M is 31. S and T is 39. 31 and 39. 1 goes to 3, and 3 by 3 goes to 9, where the RMS Titanic, for me, if those were the numbers, it would be explaining to me that this was the beginning of the takeover of the richest of the world and replacing them with the new rich. Oh, you know what I'm saying? The new rich, because, oh, first of all, there's really not that many rich people. How many people got $1 billion? You ain't got $1 billion, my friend. You ain't rich, really and seriously. 100 million, 900 million, you know. Okay, let's start at 750. But if they you know, anyways, we did this. We cracked open this. 17 plus 17 equals 34. So now we can go ahead and say 1 times 7 is 7. 1 plus 7 is 8. The total is 15, and that represents 6. 1 represents 7, which represents 6, and it goes Agatha, Hagatha. The other thing about it is 3 and 4 comes from 1 and 3. 17 times 17 equals 289. And like I showed in my last tape, I have been saving these license plates with those exact numbers on it. 3 cars in a row. You might think it's nothing. You might think it's something. Whatever it is, okay, 3 and 4 equals 7 and 19. 19 times 19 equals 361, which is basically what the Earth does every day. Because at 361 degree movement each day, 360 around and 1 degree movement forward, we will turn this Earth around the complete cycle. Anyways, let's look at something else. 17 times 17 is 289, plus, hold on a second, what was it again? Wow, because I'm looking at number 252, and I don't know why, 170, 240, I don't know why. 49, 252. Anyways, 252 again. 2 and 5 is 7. 5 times 2 is 10. Because it's all 7 and 10. You see, I'm not even saying it properly. It's 7 and 10. 17. It's configurations of 17. It's configurations of 15. It's configurations of 39, 37, 35. And all these numbers can be found on the roulette, but you know what, just sometimes I can't actually explain it. 19 times 19, it's some sort of cycle that goes along with the moon. And why does it go along the extra time with the moon? Why is it 361, the answer, and not 360? Because you have to overlap to come into the next day. The 19 is you. It's your one spirit inside your birth that is here forever. The 18 times 18, if I remember what that was, is something, it was 64, 180, 180, and 80 is 260, 324. 18 times 18 is 324. Jail, the exact number for jail. Why? 18 plus 18 is 36. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 plus 6 is 9. Its total is 27. That's your birth, the gate to your birth. But the answer of 324 is your 3 days, the 24 hours a day of jail of the mind inside this world. The 8 is the heaven, is one side of the world you are in, that you are physically in, and the other one is your mind, what your mind is, what you're thinking every day. 324, 18 by 18. 17 by 17 is 289. 18 by 18, 19 by 19 is 361. The total is 13 is 14. 9 and 4 is 13, 14. 4 and 1 is 5. I just want to see what it adds up to. 6, 7, 8, 16, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Answer, 875, which tells you you're in the 8th world of 0.75, and that's what you are, because you're only 1/4. And in French, te un quart. And a quart means your body. And a quarter, un quart, also means 1/4. So it's very close, the way everything is just very close. Anyways, I'm going to just stop. I don't know, just see, sort of like 2 different worlds, you know what I'm saying? The eyes look the same, but after that, so showed you that ticket, got like $1,000 of that stuff to pay this month. It's retarded, but anyways, part of life. Oh, before I let you go and stop with this, I had a little problem this morning at the store. I'm waiting in line, okay, and all of a sudden this guy comes zooming out of the line in front of me. And I'm like, what the fuck? He says to me, he says, I was next. I've been at the store. There's 3 caches at the store. You wait in front of the cache. If another cache opens up, you don't run to the other cache. This guy ran in front of me to the other cache. He saw this one open up. He ran in front of me, and I said to the guy, and this is what I really have a hard time with. I said, excuse me. I said, what actually just happened? He said, the line was open. I go, no. I go, he says, I don't want to argue with you. I says, no, I don't want to argue. I says, my thing is, I was here. Did you see me? He didn't even want to answer me. I wasn't going to say anything. And you know what? And that's all I wanted to know. But he wouldn't answer me, and I wouldn't stop. And I said to the lady, I go, hey, what just happened? She wouldn't answer me. The other one answered me. I said, you know what? I says, I don't understand. I said to the guy in English, I go, what just happened? I said, I'm not mad at you. But he starts getting mad at me because he didn't want to tell me. He didn't want to tell me. So what did I say to the lady? I've been going to that store for 30 years. I said, 30 days. See you in 30 days. I'm not going back there for 30 days because that's how pissed off I am. No one can give me an answer, a good customer like me. It used to be a friendly world out there, and these are things I try to stay away from. Remember the other thing about Nibiru, okay? The total is 73. But when you count them in letters, okay, when you count them in letters, Nibiru actually counts 73. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 plus 3 is 10. The total is 31. 31 or 13. Look at it however you want. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the M and the W. Since they look so much alike, why don't we look at them closer? The M is the 13th letter. The W is the 23rd letter. Isn't it funny? They're exactly 10 apart. One world to the next world, one groupment to the next groupment. 23 and 13 is 36. They create creation. They're on top of each other. 3 plus 6 is 9. They're on top of each other. And you know why? Because they can pass the egg into this world, some sort of spirit feature. And there are other letters like that too. Anyways, we're going to leave it at this. Raphael, 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Oh man, there's so many things. We are not in a real world. We are not in a real world. More or less for me, the real world just lies up somewhere up in the sky lies the real world. Thank you for watching.